And we are up and rolling. Welcome to the very, very last stream of the 2-week open source live stream physics game app adventure. We are moments away, by moments I mean probably about an hour or two, from submitting the game we've been building over the past 2 weeks to the App Store. And I'm super excited about it. We need to do a couple things today. We need to do, we have, I don't know why I did bullets there or why my numbers are wrong. 2. We got 4 tasks at least. We're going to change the gravity of balloons so they work a little bit better. We're going to make a quick intro to the game. Intro and logo. We're going to do a tutorial, which is really just a quick text view to describe what the point is, which is just a sandbox contraption building. Make an app icon, and then we're going to submit. And then it's go time. So let's pull up what we've got. Here's our code, which you can see right there on screen. There's the repository. You can download and clone that if you would like. Here's our game. This is what we have been building for the past 2 weeks. So if you can just drag, oops, not on screen, you can't because I have it connected to my iPad. So I can drag new pieces out from the sidebar, connect stuff up, and we'll put a wheel on it because why wouldn't we? And maybe a cross beam right there, a little bit longer. That looks good. Oh, that's a little bit too long. Let's do a little shorter. Perfect. There we go. Now we have our little cart. Except it broke. That's amazing. But yeah, so this is our thing. We're going to spend a little bit of time tuning it. That probably shouldn't have broken, for instance. And then maybe it should have, actually. Anyway, either way, we're going to tune it a little bit, and then we're going to get working on the last polish, so we can get it submitted. Which I'm really, really excited about. This is going to be the very fastest I have ever built and shipped anything, I think, in my life. And we've done it within exactly 2 weeks, which I'm very, very proud of. So the thing we're going to do now is we have balloons. You put your balloon up. Oh, come here, balloon. There we go. Here's our balloon. What are you angry about? There we go. Here's our balloon. We have this balloon. And with this balloon, if we increase its radius and make it a really big balloon, and this guy, give it a really small balloon, I want the big balloon to go faster, to raise up faster than the small balloon. I want its buoyancy, or its whatever, to be dependent on its size. Excuse me, it doesn't need to be, physics proper or anything. We just want it to be mostly correct. And we do that by the gravity modifier on the center point. So each balloon, I keep thinking that's the simulator, but it's not. Each balloon has 2 points. One is the center of the balloon at the very, very center, and the other is the little tag at the bottom, that guy, right? That's the other point. And so what we want to do is the gravity modifier, it's typically -1 is kind of a normal balloon. So maybe we'll go from like -0.5 to -2, right? And so our smallest radius, if I remember, let's go to, I think here, our balloon radius, right? Our balloon radius goes from 20 to 70. And so we want 20. Oh, and what's its default? Let's see what this is our default, which I think is 30, 40. So ideally we want 40 to be a 1. Sorry, to be a -1. Right? We want 70, I think we said, to be -2. And so halfway between 40 and 70 is what? That's a difference of 30, 15, so 25. then would be negative 0.5, which feels pretty good. So that's our linear approximation there, which means a 20 would be negative 0.4 if I'm mathing correctly. G is negative 0.4. Max G is negative 2. And by max, I really mean min, I suppose. Max, what's that called in a vector? The length of a vector, whatever that is. That's what we're talking about. The absolute value of that. And now we need to take our min and max. Let's go here. Oops, sorry. Do k balloon min radius and max. Oops, max with an A. And we said that was from 20 to 70. Isn't that what we said? Yes, it is. There we go, min and max. Let's import our constants file right there. Okay. So now we're just making sure we can, if we ever change this, we're going to change it in the constants file, which is good. So now we can go here and we can say our percent is going to be radius minus k balloon min radius divided by k balloon max radius minus k balloon min radius, right? And so this is going to tell us, this is going to go from 0 to 1 if it's the smallest or the largest, right? And so now our gravity modifier is min g plus our percent times max g minus min g. And so now we should have large balloons going faster than small balloons at twice the normal speed or the regular speed, right? I feel pretty good about that. Let's also, we're going to do that so that way it calls our setter, which is going to call our gravity modifier. So we'll do that right here. And now I think we're okay. Let's see how we do on that. I think that does what we want. If you're just joining in, we're working on a 2D physics game and have been for the past 2 weeks. And today is the day that we are going to submit the game to the App Store. There we go. So now they are different sizes. The guy on the right, the large balloon, should go up faster than the left balloon. It should go slow, regular, fast, right? When I turn on speed. And success. That's what we want. We want balloons to be dependent on their size, which they are. Perfect. Okay. Balloons rise proportional to their size. Did I spell that right? It's in the logs, so I did now. Okay. Now that's done, so we can take this guy off. Now the next thing we need to do to start our polish is we could knock out an icon. Let's do that first and just get it over with, right? So we'll do an icon and then we'll worry about the intro and that kind of stuff. And so for the icon, what I think I would like to do is build it in the game based on the different parts that we have. So I would like it to, there we go. So I would like it to fit within this box for one. So maybe we have a wheel right there. Actually, let's put the wheel in the top corner. We'll put a balloon right there, like that. And let's, can I change the balloon, please? No, I cannot even select the balloon. Here we go. Let's make the balloon a little bit bigger. All right, let's get this where I want it to be. Where I want it to be, please. You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get it so that way it's, there we go. I'm trying to get it so that way it's all, for the most part, on the blue background. And then we're going to, take a screenshot of it and crop this square to be our icon. So we'll put this, let's shorten this a little bit so that way it's about the same height as our box. And we'll put, still a little bit too tall. All right, there we go. And we'll put him right here. There we go. How do we feel? How do we feel about that? That looks terrible, doesn't it? But I think we're going to use it because we don't have any other options right now. Let's put him up here. Like that, so he's all in the blue background. All right, let's take a screenshot of that, crop it, and just play with it and see how it looks, and then we can rebuild it if we need to. And if you guys have ideas on what we should make it look like, please tell me, because this is my best idea at this point. My best idea. Put the screenshot. Put the screenshot. Go, go, go. There it goes. Photoshop. Open. Open. Now we're going to crop this. There we go. Oh, come on now. Now we're going to crop this into a square and use that as our icon, and then see how it looks on screen, and just go from there. So let's start maybe right here, like that, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Edit, image, crop. How's that for an icon? I don't like it. Let's crop a little bit wider. Let's crop a little bit wider, like that. I don't know if that'll make a difference or if we'll even be able to tell, but we'll know. There we go. And icons are supposed to be what size? 76 points? Is that right? 152 and 76? Is that the... Yeah, 76 points. Okay, great. So let's do 152 and 152. No, I don't want to crop it. I thought I hit image size. Did I not? I think I hit the wrong thing. There we go. This is going to be icon 1. Icon at 2x. Dink. And then image size 76. Icon. Okay. Yes. That's fine. So this is our at 2x. He goes here. And where is, oops, wrong one. Where is our icon? I replaced the file, so that means he's down here somewhere. Do it the old-fashioned way. Icon. There we go. It at least has some color in it compared to the last one. So maybe that's okay. You see me live, but a black screen. I am streaming at the same bitrate I was this afternoon. So if you can't see me, I assume it's on your side. I'm also on YouTube, if you want to see me on YouTube. It's not the best, but there's the YouTube link, just in case. Right? So let's see how it looks on the iPad screen. If we feel like it does it justice. Man, that looks awful. Let's do something else. That looks truly horrendous. Okay, so let's build a different one. Let's put it on the white background instead of the blue background, because I think the blue had a hard time. Let's use a piston right there. Like that. Let's use a balloon, but we're not going to attach it. Maybe like that, just off to the side a little bit. And a little bit more of the wheel. Oh, actually we can do, we can make the wheel a little bit bigger. Maybe we don't have the balloon. Oh, I just broke something, really? Yeah, we'll need to tune that, I think. Because that should not have, oops. That should not really have broken at all. There we go. Let's do a spring, maybe, like that. A little bit shorter, like that, and then our wheel. And our wheel can be a little bigger. No. Nope. Let's try again. If you can think of a better thing to do for an icon, I would love to know. I would love it. Maybe we just do the box and a wheel and don't try to overthink it. Just the wheel. Okay, maybe we'll do that. So let's see what that does. Oops, you can even see, sorry. That's the thing I was working on. Just a wheel and a box. Right? And we're going to do a screenshot the old-fashioned way. And we'll cut it from here. No, it's going to look really bad. Let's cut it right at the edge of the box. Like that. Crop. That's better. So that's one option. We'll put that over here. This option is terrible. We hate it. So then my wife said we should do just a wheel. Let's do just a wheel on the background, on the wood fence background, I guess. Let's try that. And we'll do like that. That might actually be okay. What if we did what's that circle PSD? That icon template? It's probably this guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, it is. 22 megs for this thing. What on earth are they putting in this template, for heaven's sakes? Okay, good. I'm glad it's working. Is it working on live coding? Okay, so let's open up that template. Here we go, PSD. We can flatten it because we don't care. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. We want 1024. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. No, I can't. 1023. Good enough. Copy. Go away. And then we go to new. 1024. 1024. Pretty sure I'm overthinking this. Do image size 152, because that's the size we actually need it. We'll call this icon final, right? And then we scale it down to 76. Icon final. There we go. So now let's get our app icon back. I think that'll be better. It's a lot simpler. The other one was just way too busy, and the colors were not what we wanted them to be. But this feels a lot better. And this is good because this is really the last thing. Well, I think I said that before, but we're getting very, very close to it being, you know, very presentable. All right, so let's see what that looks like. So that's what our icon looks like. I like it. It's pretty good. I can't help but feel, you might not believe me, but it's a little too far to the right. That's 5 pixels and this is 4. Yeah, see, we were. That's 5 to the dark. That's 5 to the dark. That's arguably 5 to the dark. And this is, well, see, what happens if we do that? What might help, actually, is if we take that row and we take this board's highlight out a little bit. Like that. That might help. That makes it feel a little bit wider, I think, than it did before. I know that's weird, but we're also the wrong resolution. Backward. I'm trying to get back to 152. There we go. My goodness. For fear of needing to do that again, we're just going to save it. And so now we're going to get 2 pixels off of this side and move them over here. And that's going to help widen that side, I think. It feels a little bit more centered now because that darkness really kind of closed it in. Yeah, I think that's better. I think that's the issue. I think that's where we're final icon. Oops. Final icon at 2x. Great. And then this guy, small in it. Final icon. I did final icon instead of icon final, which is going to cause us all kinds of confusion. But now we have truly our final icon. Right? Pretty good. I like it. We're doing it. That's the way it's going to be. That is the way it's going to be. Oh, come on. Final icon. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I is we have our icon. I want to take, oops, I shouldn't hit save. I want to take a minute and just review the app a little bit and make sure we don't have any glaring issues. So let's just try to build something silly real quick. See if anybody had any. Okay, an error occurred. It says the stream is good. So I think YouTube's okay. Okay, great. All right, so we have our box. Let's put one of these here. Make it a little bit longer. We'll put a spring on it. There we go. And we'll put a board and a longer board right there. With an engine. Engine right there. Let's see, this guy we're going to make really long. And he'll attach down there. And then of course we want to put wheels on it. And what else do we want to do? Maybe put a balloon somewhere. Right there. A giant balloon. Right? Awesome. Okay. What happens? Perfect. Just what we want. That looks amazing. Okay, well it's not tearing itself apart or anything. It feels like it's acting the way that it should probably act, which is good. Let's build our rocket ship as we do. This guy a little bit longer. A little bit longer. And a little bit shorter. Not that short. Yeah. Oh, we had it. And then this guy, he goes here. So there's the base of our rocket ship. And now we'll do the nose cone. And some wings. They could probably hear that. And a bit of that. And our other wing. And our other wing. There we go. And then balloons to help it fly. Bonk. The best rocket. Oh, it actually goes somewhere. Nice. Look at that. Okay, well, we built two things. And nothing horrendously unexpected happened. Which is good, I suppose. Okay. That actually gives me an idea. So let's build one more thing. There we go. One of these right here. One of these right, surprisingly correct length. This guy should probably be just a little bit shorter there. Yeah. It didn't work. I don't even know what I was trying to do. Anyways, great. I think that did pretty much what we expected in all three cases. 2 mild successes and a dramatic failure. Perfect. Okay, so what I want to do next is I should probably do this guy next, and then, because this guy helps explain how things work, and this guy is just eye candy. So let's do this one. What we're going to do here is very similar to our loading view, which is super beautiful. We're going to show this, and we're just going to show instructions that they can scroll through, and at the end is a done button to close the tutorial, and that's pretty much it. And then it'll show the first time they do anything. So we'll call this tutorial. That loading device view, we want this guy. We really want all of this, I think. Loading device. Yeah, we're gonna do a tutorial view. And we're going to steal some of the code from the loading view. Specifically, we're going to steal this guy. We don't need the collection view. We do want a collection frame. But this guy here, the collection view, we're just going to make a scroll view. So we can change that to scroll view. There we go. Oops. Oh, come on. Never mind. We'll do it this way, and then refactor. Fine, Xcode. We will do it your way. There we go. We need our constants file imported. What else do we need? We don't have a data source. We do want the delegate. We don't care about the scroll delegate, actually. We don't care even a teensy bit. We don't need that. The cancel button is not going to be a cancel button. We're going to call this a done button, or a close tutorial button. Close tutorial. Close tutorial button. There we go. Get started. Tutorial. Close tutorial. Pressed. Launch up inside. Scroll view. There we go. That's fine. Okay. Now we're going to have and then I think we do need a delegate. Yep, we're going to go ahead and do a delegate. For when the tutorial view is closed. And bool for key. If they have not completed the tutorial, add the tutorial. Right? This is basically like if first launch, then do first launchy kind of stuff. There we go. And then this is void. And the method name that I always forget. Tutorial view closed. Awesome. So now we're going to set the bool for key. Right, and then our tutorial view is going to be up here, not MM tutorial, just regular old tutorial view. And we're going to remove him. There we go. Awesome. Tutorial. Let's spell that correctly. Okay, cool. So now we have a tutorial view that shows up on the screen if the user has never completed it before, right? Let's make sure that happens. No, it doesn't. Create, prepare. Did I still create a collection view? Yeah, I did. Sorry. Init with frame. Yeah, that was a problem. Let's try again. Let's try again. Great. Looks amazing. Okay, so this guy, we want the dot font. How do you set the font? How do you set a button font? Set title style or something? Set title with attributes? Attributed style. Attributed, set attributed title for state. And I tell you what, attributed strings are a mess. I'm not a fan. Set attributed tile to title, UI control state normal, and then init with string and attributes. So that's what we want. And then our attributes are what? I think we want to set we set a font in here somehow, which I always have to look up. String font. It's oh gosh, man, look at this. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah, okay. Okay. It's not as bad as I had imagined it might be. Uh, 30. All right, let's try that. There we go. Beautiful. So beautiful. Everybody loves that button. It looks so great. Center, CG point make. Not with a dictionary. Does anybody use that method, do you think? That function? Who does that? X is going to be a lot. And the Y is going to be the scroll view. Down size height divided by 2, so it'll center it. And now we need the actual content for the view. Content size, that's what I want. Size make is going to be what, like 1200 maybe? Okay. So now we should be able to scroll over to the done button. Can't see it, but we can scroll over to it. Great. Now we need a view that lets us oh, come on now. That lets us add our pieces to it. Physics. So the physics view, does it set need display all by itself? I don't remember. Creates a display link. Okay, here's what I think we want to do. We're going to deal with it later. That's going to be okay for now, but we don't want this one to actually animate. I don't think. Maybe we do. I don't know. Let's just try it. Let's see how it goes. Physics. Grect make 0, and then scroll view dot content size dot width and scroll view dot content size dot height. There we go. Now, do we have any methods to feed it data? We don't have any methods to feed it data. I don't remember what this guy does. What does he do? Oh, he's just our normal. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's for the save and load. Does it load sidebar stuff in it? Yeah, he does. So here's what we want, I think. We want to I think we want this default objects guy. We're going to make him a property instead of an IVAR right here. So what he's going to do is he's going to let us feed stuff into it. We can pull stuff in and out, and it's just going to render those, but they don't get any physics, which is going to be fine for now because we don't want it to have physics. The sidebar doesn't have physics, and that's the right thing. So now these right here are going to get pulled out, and those are going to go into our controller where we initialize our physics view. This is our real life physics view. And so now we give that physics view some data. View, dot view. There we go, and there we go. And now we need to import all of our things. And stick, and engine, and piston, and wheel, and balloon. I think that's everybody. Spring. I forgot spring. Sorry, spring. Sorry. Okay, there we go. And now we should have. Our sidebar still should show our things, which we don't know about because we can't show it anymore. Let's go to tutorial view, self.delegate. We don't actually have a delegate. Let's make one. So close, I can taste it. There we go. We're moments away from finishing this thing. After 2 weeks, we're down to like the very last minutia of getting some content in, like the first time user experience kind of stuff. It feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Oh yeah, okay. So you're all set up. Awesome. And now we need to set this guy. Self. There we go. Awesome. Yeah. So now we should be able to close the tutorial view. Let's see if we can. We slide over. We get started, and look, everything looks great. Awesome. We're even going to make this really nice. We're going to make this UI view. Animate 3. Nice little, oops, completion. We're going to make it fade out and everything. And now we have, what did I do? I want this guy right here. I think that guy's standard in the project. There we go. That way it starts up with a tutorial every time, but it won't when we ship it, which would be really annoying. Yeah, and that fades out. Gives it a nice little thing. Beginnings of intro screen. There we go. So now in our physics view, in our tutorial, oops, this is our, sorry, inside of our tutorial view, this guy has a physics view. And so we want to do the same thing we did here. Every single one of these we want to put inside of this physics view. And what's the matter? Oh yeah, you're angry about that too. That's fine. Let's add those imports into our tutorial. And so now this will give us a chance. We're just going to draw them inside of that scroll view. Draw all of those objects inside of that scroll view. And physics view. And then we'll put a little bit of text underneath each one. So that way each one has a little like, this is a stick. It can do X, Y, and Z. This is a spring. It cannot. Right? Sidebar left. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's replace that with 0. Or with like 100. Right? Here we go. Sidebar right. Oops, sidebar right needs to be 300. Okay. That's fine. This won't show all of them, but it'll just prove that it shows any of them. Oh, which it won't because we're not adding it as a subview, which you can see here. Didn't do anything. So let's add it to the scroll view. Here we go. Now it should show some parts, and we can start spreading them out to look like stuff, right? Yeah, great. Things. Why is it a box? What did we make a box from? Oh, because the physics view comes with a box. It comes with, of course it does. So that box, where does that box get built? Initialize data. Let's do our, how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? I think we want a proper physics view delegate. And one of the things that we're going to be adding to that is, oh, it needs the controller for presenting. That's the only thing it needs. Okay, great. So this guy is going to be initialize physics data come on now, mutable array. Why won't you autocomplete that? I don't know why my autocomplete is having a bad day, but it is. There we go. Now we give it a delegate here. Weak. And this object for the delegate. I'm pulling teeth trying to spell that. Oops, no, it's right there. There we go. So now we can say our physics controller view is also going to be a physics view delegate. And that way this controller can initialize with the box, and our tutorial can initialize with something else, right? So our tutorial view up here is also going to be a delegate. Oops. There we go. And now our physics view, we can tell it we are the delegate. And we're going to do that for the controller as well. And so that way the content that defaults in the game portion of the area is different from the data that will initialize in the tutorial version of the area. So now our physics view, or sorry, our delegate view and sticks. And I think balloons is the other one. pretty sure that's what life looks like. So now we go here and we go to initialize data, and this is really just going to do self.delegate initialize physics data into points and sticks and balloons. Right? And there it doesn't initialize any balloons, so it doesn't even matter. That's fine. Great. I like it. That means all of this data here can get pulled into the controller. So it initializes with the things that it needs and sticks. There we go. So now our controller initializes its own data, and our tutorial view won't initialize any data at all. Right? It's only going to have these default objects here. We could really, instead of calling these default objects, you should probably call those static objects, maybe. Can I refactor that? Because they don't move. They're not under the influence of physics, and so of the physics engine, they just get rendered. I feel like that's a little bit more descriptive name of what they are and what they do. So now our tutorial view should not have the box floating. It should only have some of the sidebar items. Apparently missed a few places in here. There we go. How do we look? Awesome. Yeah, now we just show our data. So we need to take all of these things that we're rendering out here and spread them out a little bit. That's fine. Initializes data. Okay, we got an hour and a half left before time is up, and I think we're going to make way good time. I don't think we're going to take near that much time. We can just get to progressively like detailier and detailier things, but we're doing really good. Doing really good on time to hit our 2-week goal. Everything has been done on stream, and it's only been 2 weeks since we opened up our first Xcode project, and I'm pretty thrilled with where we're at. Let's take this guy. Okay, so the Y's, I think we're going to make the Y 100 and like 120 for most things. Oops, 120. Engine, same with you. Spring, same with you. A balloon, we're going to make you 120, maybe 130. And the wheel, we're going to make also at like 130 or 140. X, from 1 to 300. That one looked, that's about the right spot. 100 is probably way too high. Actually, let's just do, what do we want? 20 and 40 maybe? I don't know what I was thinking, 100. That's much too tall. Much too far down on the screen. 30 and 30. There we go. So there's that, and then the next one's going to be, we'll say like 300 pixels away from that. So from 4 to 500, and then from 7 to 800, and then from 1,000 to 1,100, and then from 1,300 for the balloon, and 1,600 for the wheel. Right? Let's just see where that puts the objects and where we might need to scoot some stuff around. Okay, there's definitely way too tall. Oh, I also need to the physics. I was trying to scroll right there, and it would not let me. Turn off gestures. Let's just do that. tap. What are our gestures called? Oh, select and grab. Okay. Select gesture. Grab gesture. There we go. And then that way our tutorial view can turn off the physics. You can turn off those things. So that way the scroll view gets the touches. So it can scroll. So let's look again. Is our spacing? Our stick is way bigger than the other ones. And we don't need a save and load button also, for instance. So maybe we'll have a similar method called hide sidebar. And the sidebar, do we just put those? Yeah, we do. So 4 buttons, right? A clear, a save, a load, and probably a play. Yeah, play pause button. If is kind of class by control class. There we go. Okay, so that's how we're going to hide our sidebar. We're just going to hide all of the things, all of the buttons. So our physics view here, hide all of our buttons. So let's move things down by 30. So 50 to 70. These are probably going to need to be much further down, 80. Let's do that. We're also going to make our width, because we're already doing our width at 13 to 16, so our width is going to be 2000. That means this button is going to be at 1800. So let's try that. This goes from 1 to 3, so that means this needs to go from 4 to 6, from 7 to 9, 10 to 12. Let's do that. Now they're all the same length. There we go. Right, and so then our balloon can actually go to the right a little bit. So like 370, and this guy can go to the left a little bit. Right, let's do 530, 520. Yeah, let's try that. And then we're going to put some text beneath it, and then we'll have our tutorial view, which will be great. This guy can actually stay a little further over. So now we have that. We have our physics view. Let's add some labels now, right? Some descriptions. So 0, 0, it's going to be, what, 200 wide? Isn't that what we decided? And then maybe 200 tall. That's fine. What else do we want? We want the text to be whatever we care about. And is that all? Size label and keep width. By default, labels vertically center the text, and I don't want that. I want them to be top, which means I need to do I need to do a size to fit to force the label to contract to fit the bounds of the text. And then what I can do is, actually we'll do frame, there we go, and frame.size.width equals W, and label.frame equals frame, there we go. So then I can do self with the label. So this is going to be these planks. Flexor. Oh, we also want to do dot line number of lines 0, so that way it'll wrap. There we go, right? And then the center for this first, oh, come on. For this first paragraph description is going to be in the center of the thing, so that's going to be 200. And the Y is also going to be 200, I suppose. Right? I think I'm doing it wrong. I think I need to do that. Okay, so now we should have some text below that board. Did it work? No. No, it didn't work. One of the big reasons it didn't work is because I keep forgetting to add it to the screen. Let's try again. There we go. It worked. Except I added it to the wrong screen. Let's try again. Great. Perfect. And now we're going to do the next one. So we can actually make a method for we're just going to copy and paste code. We don't need to overthink this. Planks, pistons. There we go, and then you're going to be, I think we moved them 300 each time. Yes, that means you're at 500. So that's pistons. Maybe we'll go back and redo some of this text because the text is wanting. Maybe we'll redo text in version 1.1 if we ever get a version 1.1. Engines have 3 connection points. There we go, and then you are at 800. The next one is probably the spring. Yes, it is. spring. Cushion. What is it called? I think we're going to call it suspension. Help ease stress on planks and pistons. There we go. And now we have what's left, the balloon and the wheel. We're going to move this guy over too. And this is going to be at 1400. So balloons can be attached to the endpoint of any plank, piston, engine, or spring, and we'll lift it up. Larger balloons can lift more, can lift heavier objects, right? And then our last one rather is the wheel, which has very little wheel-like function at all, really. I think this one is actually going to be like 1600. I think it's only 200 pixels away. Wheels can spin around their center point and offer 5 attachment points for other objects. Great. Here we go. Pink, pink. Let's see if that does what we want at all. Are things sort of lined up? No, they're not. You. Oh, I put all of their centers at the same place. 5, 8, 11, 14, 16. Yep, and that is not the x-coordinate. That is the that was the width that we were changing, which needs to all be at 200. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Look at that. Much better. Much better. The balloon and wheels need to be down, like say, this is a balloon. By 100 pixels or so, 100 points. There we go, and 20. I keep forgetting that's the height. That is not the y-coordinate. The y-coordinate's over here. There we go, 220. I think we're doing good. We're doing so good. We're doing so good. We have instructions and everything in our video game. 260. Yeah. 250. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're also going to put a, oh, what's the UTF-8 right arrow? Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to use that one. Bink. Now we can add some instructions because I'm always surprised at what is obvious for me is not obvious for other people. And so we're going to err on the side of ridiculous obviousness. Right, and this we actually need a attributed string, which we just did up here. Because labels have attributed text. Yes, they do. I thought they did. And you're only going to be 18 large. What are you angry about? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I understand why you're angry. There we go. Dot center. It is going to be on the right hand side of our scroll view. And it only needs to be 40 tall. There we go. Oops, wrong window. Scroll. Scroll. Great. We can move the Get Started button. Oh. Why does the Get Started button not be a button anymore? Why can I not? Oh, because it's below. It's probably below this thing, isn't it? Yep. No. Okay, there we go. And we're actually going to move it to the right by 20. 30. Okay, let's try that. That'd be great. Show the people a tutorial of the video game, and they can't even click out of it. There we go. Get started. There you are. Yay. There we go. There we go. I think that's fine. And now what we need to do is maybe add a help button in physics that will reopen that tutorial if they really want it. So this will be please open tutorial. Right. And that happens when, oops, sorry. Have another button here, and we're going to call this the help button, aptly named. And this is actually just, yeah, this is going to call the tutorial button is pressed, and it is going to be at the bottom of the screen. There we go. R physics controller. We'll have a please open tutorial, which is self, please open tutorial. There we go, right? So now we can reopen it. And the tutorial view itself is just going to no op that. There we go. Okay, so now we should have a button down here somewhere. We might need to move it depending on what things kind of look like. But we can get into our game. Yeah, the help button's right on top of the wheel. So let's move it over here, kind of underneath the balloon a little bit. And maybe we'll also move the wheel just a hair. We'll move it the wheel a little bit to the right. Default the wheel goes a little bit to the right, and our help button is going to go 160. Let's try that. That might be too far. We're gonna do 180. I think it's too far. I think that's what we want. Get started. I was wrong. I was wrong. A little bit further left. Tutorial, there we go. Yep, there's our help button. We hit that. Tells us what all the different things do. The balloon and the wheel are too close together. Let's move the balloon left a little bit. Right? Correct. So this label is going to be at maybe 1380. A little 20 point buffer in there. And that looks like it'll actually center okay. I think the balloon graphic is in the right place. We just need a little buffer between those labels. Yeah, that's better, right? I think so. Great. Tutorial view is done. Let's pull out our debug code just in case I have something terribly wrong. Now we should not see, since I took this off, we should not see the tutorial when it starts up. Success. Right? Perfect. Okay. What else do we want? I think we might be okay. I think we might need some screenshots and descriptions, stuff like that. Let's archive it. 1.0. There is our tag. Oh, the other thing we might actually do is tutorial view works. Let's not submit it quite yet, because actually what our tutorial view fails to do. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. What it fails to do is give a very brief overview of, hey buddy, this is a sandbox game. You're just supposed to build silly things. Don't think you're going to get like a giant levels and stuff like that. So we need a little paragraph at the front, and then they scroll and they see all the objects. And I think that's what we want. So that means all of these guys float. We want start of scroll view bound sized width. There we go. I'm just moving everything over the width of one scroll view. And then we're going to put a little paragraph of text in there. And and then that'll help us a little bit. That'll give us a nice little intro for something to do. This guy stays in the same spot. We also need to increase our content size. Bounds.size.width. Okay. And then we need our label. Let's actually put the label down here. This will be our first label. Right there. Number of lines, we'll make it 3 lines long, 400 pixels wide. It's going to center at the screen. It'll actually center exactly on the there we go. Spare Parts is a fun sandbox contraption building game where the only limit I think that's exactly as corny as it needs to be. That's perfect. Build the childhood you wish you had. That's a good second best, I think. That'll be version 2. Awesome. Cool. Let's get this guy fired up. We should align it center because we should align it center. Text to line, ns text to line, center. Great. And now we're going to do one more. Hello, builder. You can't even change. So you have to do attributed text for everything, just for like a simple font size. I don't understand. 1. Hello, builder. 20, 28. Sure. Center minus 100. That looks so good. Let's get a TPS report. Oh, our Get Started button is in the very wrong place because we did not add this guy to our button. Where is that button? This guy. This guy needs to be moved over. Cool. Get started. Great. And now we're in our game. We can build stuff. Cool. Where did the box go, though? We should still have a box. We should still have this guy. Right? Yeah, somebody's not getting set as a... oh, you know why? I know exactly why. Initialize data. This happens inside of the init method, which means it happens before the delegate is set. So that would be a problem. Where should we put him? I think we should put him right there. That'll be fine. And my computer CPU is having a really bad day. What is going on? I don't know. It's just OBS. Oh, I didn't prefix it with, that's fine. Here we go. Delegate, and now we have self.delegate is equal to delegate. Great. And now when we build a physics view, we have our init with frame method. Available. There we go. Now it should complain at us. It does. So now we don't need that. And this guy. And delegate. There we go. So now it should initialize with the box. It does. It hits our breakpoint. It's very polite. We scroll. We get started. We have our box. We hit play. Stuff works. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Great. Is done. Fix default content. All right, I feel like that's it. Let's push this guy up there. And push get tags D. What? Oh. There we go. Get tags force. There we go. Now we have our new tag. Now we can archive. And then we're going to tutorial view is a bit more descriptive. Fix default content. right? The other thing that I did not do that I probably should do. Is that because I'm terrified that I'm remembering something about that wrong. I'm probably not, and I'm sure it's fine. But this late at night, after 2 weeks of working on this thing, it's better safe than sorry. It's best to just make sure you're not compiling in code that you shouldn't be compiling in. Tutorial view or descriptive. Fix default content. Okay, there we go. Submit. This is the one and only. What we've been working towards after 2 weeks of live streams. 2 weeks of live streams, 14 days at about 2 hours each, about 24 to 28 hours of coding has gone into this. And it's all on stream and all archived, so you can go watch it. You can watch it over and over again if you want to. Over and over again. I'm sure you will. Yeah, it's kind of I'm kind of excited, honestly, with how much we've been able to get. Let's play with, so let's clear, let's load. That guy looks awesome, right? If that's not a screenshot, I don't know what is. Oh, great, submitted. Congratulations. Now let's get some devices. Take a screenshot. Great. Let's load in the rocket ship. Take a screenshot. So there's the ridiculous car. There's our spaceship. Here is... That's it, right? What else should we do? Should we do... I don't even know. Little unicycle. There we go. Looks like a little person. A person on a unicycle. And that. One yellow. Oh, that's okay. Another red one. Great. There's a screenshot. Oh, sorry. You guys couldn't even see my screen. It looks like that. It looks amazing. It looks so good. What else do we want to show? We could show... a giant wheel. A little bitty wheel. That's super long. That connects the wheels. Move him out of the way. Like that. And like that. And there. And here. I want like a little stock car looking thing, even though it's not gonna... A little buggy ever actually function as a buggy, but it just looks cool. And then maybe right there, that works surprisingly well. This guy can be, oops, there we go, a little bit longer. Perfect. And this looks more like a baby carriage than a car, but that's okay. There we go. What else can we do? Let's just make something that doesn't make any sense. We'll put it up here. Floating. Because that makes sense, right? Great. Take a screenshot. Okay. iTunes Connect. What did somebody say over here? Thanks, Turtle. You're the best. You are the best. Okay, let's go to iTunes. We should see our build up here in our, oops, that's the wrong one. That's my other app. Backwards, please. Spare parts. There we go. So now we have, is it going to show up in pre-release? It probably will. It's fine. Yeah, look at that. There's our icon, build 94. Like a champ. Everything. Thanks. Okay, so now the beta is going out to the couple beta testers that we have. There's just a few. If you want to start getting these builds, shout at me on Twitter or send me an email if you can find my email address, or send me a private message, whatever, and I will get you the build so you can get it. Versions. I think this is where we upload our screenshots and stuff. Yeah. Yep. 5 screenshots. 1. Come on, come on, come on. Images can't contain alpha channels or transparency. Tell me about your opinions. iTunes Connect. Let's go here. Now we're going to export as a PNG, but without transparency. It'll be okay. Screen 1. This is going to be screen 2. There we go. Screen 2. So close, guys. I can taste it. I can taste being done with this thing. 2 weeks, and we've done it. We are in submission zone. We even have an hour to spare. Man, we should start over. Start building some new features. Okay, screen 3. Yeah, we should add sounds. That's the one thing I was a little bummed we didn't have time for, is I would have loved to put sounds into it. If you guys have enjoyed it, and if we decide to keep going with it, maybe we'll add sounds in later. We'll do an update. Okay, there we go. So let's see. I don't need you anymore. Let's see if that made it happy. Screen 4. Let's try that. 1. Awesome. Success. So we did, that was screen 4. Let's do screen 3. I hope we can reorder these after we put them up. I think we can. Let's do screen 1. And what happened to screen 2? This guy right here. I guess I didn't export him like I thought I did. Let's do it again. Screen 2. Maybe I overwrote something. Maybe I exported the same thing on top of another file. I don't know. I'm sure I didn't. I'm sure I did it just fine. It was perfect as a computer. I did it again. Where is it? I exported it for real that time. Screen. Here it is. It's right there. I don't know. That didn't make any sense why it didn't show up in the sidebar, but it didn't. Okay. So we have balloons. We have our rocket ship. I think our rocket ship should be first. Can we drag it? Yeah, we can. The Springbrook? Yeah. Wait, is that on the very newest one? Okay. We will have our little car and our balloon person. Yeah, that's fine. So keywords, we're going to have physics, game, contraption, build. What are some other good keywords? What? Sandbox. Let's make sure I copied that right. And we did. We don't have a privacy policy. Too bad. That's too bad. Let's do maybe another icon here. There we go. Take a screenshot. Yeah, choose the build. Do that guy. Simple to, oh, not 3D, that would be amazing. Physics game where you can create your own contraptions. Build with wood planks, springs, engines, pistons, wheels, and more. This game has been learn more at the website. This app is 100% open source. You can find the code at GitHub. I don't remember. There we go. Find the code at here. 10%, 100% on we want a UTF-8 bullet. We want that guy right there. Thank you. And only 2 weeks. Built in only 2 weeks. This app was built. There we go. It's 100% open source. I just want the verbs like that. That feels better to me. There we go. All right, does that feel good? Is there anything else I need to add? Physics, game, contraption, build, sandbox. I don't even care about. Going to be 1024 by 1024. I can tell you that much right now. Let's look and see what kind of assets we have. Spare parts, purchased assets. We have the fence and the wheel. Let's pull these guys in and see what kind of resolution we can get out of them. That guy we got good resolution. This guy we don't. Okay. Oops, sorry. So let's go, let's chop this guy here like that. Edit image crop. There we go. And now I think like right there is pretty good. Image crop. So image size 1024. We want best for enlargement, right? Is that what we want? And then this guy here, this guy we want to image canvas size 400. Oops. We want our background color to be white. And now we want to canvas size 400. Now we want to get rid of the edges. Oops. Rid of the edges and in here. goodness. Scale. Oh, you know what, actually? We want to crop to okay, that's where we want to crop it. So we want to crop it in here. Like right here. Right? Are those the boards? Oh, they are now. There we go. And now we can transform this guy. Right, like that, basically, right? I think that's good enough. Let's measure. This is 82, 58. 70, 70, close enough. 68, 72. Okay. I don't believe that. 72, 68. Should now be 70. Yeah, basically it's 70. Okay, that's fine. That's what we're doing. We're going with that. Full scale icon, which we're going to want to save into, oops. We'll go ahead and put that in there and add it to the repository. There we go. I think that's gonna be it, man. Cool. I'm going to put in my phone number and stuff. I'll be right back. I'll keep the audio on, but my my screen is gonna go black. There we go. And now that is that's it. Now we get to press the go button together. Are you ready? Submit for review. What? Must choose a tier and pricing. That makes sense. Free. Yeah, and a discount for educational in case they want it extra free. Great. Oh, that looks pretty good. Submit for review. There's one error for your localizations. Localized in English. Is that, are you asking me or telling me? save. I guess I did have to have a privacy policy. It does not display third-party content. It does not have an advertising identifier. There we go. Waiting for review. 41 minutes to spare. Couple of pros, you and me, getting it done. Thanks guys for hanging out. This has been awesome. We are finished with a two-week app experiment. 100% coded on the live stream. 100% open source. And 100% done. Those are all really good things. I'm really proud that it happened. I am surprised that it happened. I'm super excited. I'm tired is the other thing because it's almost midnight. But yeah, super excited, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I really enjoyed it. I will let you know when the game is out. Follow the progress on the website. Follow on Twitter, on YouTube's, on live coding, whatever you want to do. And I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.